during the pandemic, we got used to it that Hollywood is closed. There are no red carpets, no events. That's why we are so excited tonight, because we are here in the Universal Hilton and we are waiting for the celebrities on the Family Film Awards 2021. Stay with us. This is Bionic Buzz and this is Virag Vida.
Well, when we decided we were going to do the show, I didn't want it to be a virtual show, all virtual. I wanted stars in person, presenters, winners, honorees in person. So we're lucky tonight that we have stars like Wendy McClendon-Covey with us in person, Julianne Hough, Ann-Margret is coming in person. We have so many great stars in person tonight. And I'm happy that the media came out. This is what Hollywood does. And it's time that Hollywood get back to doing what Hollywood does. And I'm very excited that the media came out. I'm excited the stars are coming out. So it's going to be a great night.
All right. Some question for you guys, because you are who really established this award, right? Am I right? And let's just go back in time a little bit. So what was the idea? Why did you want to establish an award for Family Film Award?
Well, I came in 1985 as a foreign student to work on my PhD dissertation to study American literature. One thing I found out is American spirit. You can choose to be who you want to be. The second thing I also found out, this country is about law. It's all about law. But those are the two things. My country, my home country, where I came from in 1985, were lacking. So today, when we are together, and I hope we can spread the message, in spite of our differences, in spite of our focuses on freedom, family, but there is one thing, we have one thing in common, love of each other, love your neighbor. Love means care for each other.
Do you think in 2020 there is a more powerful message of this award for the world?
Yes, because in 2020 people go back home. They discover the power of family.
The whole purpose during the pandemic, we want to give the credit to the media, because to understand our heart, because this show 2 times cancer. And just we try to do to respect the mosque and everything and help, but at the same time very cautious, because these are about the family, and we are very honored. Number of the stars they are participants, and we are glad to have a media as a responsibility coming and do their part and appreciate it.
Hi, my name is Donna Spangler, and I'm here at this great event tonight to be honored for. This is our Christmas because it's a family film award.
Tonight about Bob Gale, who deserves so much credit.
What was that?
He's one of my
It has a different message this year.
He's the most down-to-earth writer, producer.
Does it have a different message? Oh, I'm just so happy to be here because for 1 year, actually more than a year, we've been sequestered inside and it's just been difficult. But now I feel like we're breaking out and starting to go back to the red carpet stuff, and it's so exciting. I hope everybody out there is safe and well, and I'm thankful to be here.
I just said that I'm just curious, what is your, what do you think? How is the future after this difficult year?
Okay, so I get that. And the year has been traumatic and difficult and emotional and devastating for so many people, for so many businesses. My store I've had for 29 years. It's the first time it's ever been closed for 6 months. And God, I always say God owns my store, and I get the honor of working there, and so the store has stayed. It's fine. I will also say, though, in the devastation, I think I have learned that I'm not just what I do. I'm not just how many sales I make or how productive I am. I'm good because I woke up and God, says, have a beautiful day. And it's a decision and it's a choice. So I've grown into a different, a better version of me, a more authentic version of me, because there's less fluff and less needs. And then, of course, I caught up on every TV show known to man and discovered I am very capable of being lazy. but I cooked. I got to hang out with my 3 babies, my kitty cats, and the store is still great. I'm very, very careful. It's open by appointment only, and I've got the HEPA filter and masks and all of it. I'm grateful for how much I've grown throughout this year. I think it's blessed me very much, and I wanted to end up better than I started. So through thick and thin.
Tonight we are here on the Family Film Awards, and I think families became more valuable in the last year.
Yes.
So who was your family in the last year? Did you get closer to family members?
I love that question. Absolutely, yes. I've been talking about it all day. I got my hair done and I was talking about it. My sister and her husband and I have a Zoom call twice a week. It's scheduled. It's Wednesday at 10 a.m. and Sunday afternoons. And we catch up with each other. We go over what's going on with my store, what's new in my life, what's going on with them. So I've become so much closer to them. And it started a year ago to kind of, because I'm sort of all by myself. So I guess to support me really, and
you have 3 cats, right?
Yes.
So they probably gave you great company.
They did, and they all have their own personalities. I might actually get a kitten, so I might get another one. But yeah, that's been super fun, and I've organized my house with Michelle Marie Solutions, which has been amazing. So I'm very grateful. And super grateful.
What is your message for tonight, for our audience?
My message is I am so excited to honor one of my favorite people on the planet, Bob Gale, the writer and producer of Back to the Future. And I have adored him and looked up to him since I was 18 years old. He's such a great, authentic, down-to-earth, funny, straight up, says it like it is guy. I had my hair blonde once, and I was at this big to-do thing with the car, and he was there, and he walked up to me and goes, "It's horrible. Go back to brown." Horrible. And I was like, who but a great person would do that? I was at that hairdresser's the next morning, and when I look back at pictures, he was right. It was horrible.
So you still keep in touch?
Yes.
Or the whole crew?
Yes. James Tolkien just called me yesterday. Don Fullilove is wearing a tuxedo from my store, Mayor Goldie Wilson. And he's one of my great buddies, one of my favorite pals. And Leah lives right around the corner from my store, and she's awesome. Chris is great. I see him when we do signings and sometimes on travel trips. He and I went to Japan to do an appearance. Yeah, I know I'm closer to everyone than I was before by far. By far. I met him at the 25th anniversary party, didn't I?
Yes.
For the first time.
Wow. Fantastic.
Imagine that.
Come say
Yeah, come and say hello.
And now it's Back to the Future legacy.
Mayor Goldie Wilson.
And am I right that something is, you're planning something in the 2021 year? So something with the Back to the Future or nothing?
There's always something Back to the Future.
Which thing? It's a lot of things.
I'm booked right now for 7 different events coming up. You're booked for a bunch of events.
The world is opening back up, and as the world begins to open back up, we get a chance to travel and see the people again.
All right. So
I've been in the basement for a year. I've been hiding from the COVID.
I see. Okay, so tell us, how did you spend the time the last year?
The last year, I spent so much time at home, but I was able to get a lot of work in because I'm developing a streaming TV network. So I was able to get a lot of production stuff in at home. So now that the world is opening back up.
Yeah. So Claudia already said that they are planning some events for next.
Yes, well, the Comic-Con universe is coming back alive. So there's several shows that we've been booked for later on in the year. as more vaccinations have been given and the world is opening up more and more, then we'll get a chance to travel.
Are you excited?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
So what does it mean when you said that you were hiding in a basement? So
Well, I mean, I was just being funny. It's because of everything was locked down for so long, that I just stayed at the house. There was nothing to do. You could never do anything, in order to be safe. So that's what I mean.
Do you have a family who you could spend with them?
I do. I have a lovely fiance who's right behind you.
I see.
And I have a son and a mother and a family. And
so Family Film Award is really your show.
Yes, that's what makes it so cool to be here. It's all about family.
Yes.
What
is your favorite family movie?
My favorite, you know what? Believe it or not, is Elf.
Okay.
I love Elf. What can I say? I'm a big kid.
Fantastic. And what the Family Film Award means to you? Why is it important?
I love the Family Film Awards because I have a family myself, and I'm a mom of 4, and I just, knowing that there are good, wholesome family shows and shows that we can watch together as a family is just so important to me, especially in this day and age when there's so much crazy things on TV. So I love the Family Film Awards, and I think it should be honored, and so here we are today honoring it, and I'm honored to be honoring it.
Did you get closer to your family last year in the pandemic?
Well, yeah, we were all locked in together, but we're very close already. So it's just being inside, we tried to turn something negative into a blessing, and so spending time together playing games. It was nice. We did a lot of art projects. It was actually really interesting. We made the best of it, that's for sure.
Hi.
Hi, Dean. I'm so excited to meet Superman.
Thank you very much.
So how do you feel about hosting the show tonight?
I'm excited to host the show tonight. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm a single father. Watching family films has been a big part of my life with my son. He's now 20, but there are so many shows and television shows and movies that we bonded over. I love the fact that shows that I've done in the past have been considered very family friendly. I hear that a lot, especially about Superman, where families would watch it together, people growing up. Probably you growing up, because I'm so much older than everybody. You were probably 10 years old watching the show, and I appreciate that. And if it meant something to someone growing up and affected their childhood or their growing up in any way, shape, or form, I'm honored to be a part of it. And tonight we're honoring shows that did that. Some of them for me, like Happy Days and things like that we're talking about tonight. Brady Bunch, 2 seminal shows for me that were so big. So I'm excited to be here.
So did you watch your performance with your son?
My son won't watch me as Superman. It's funny, he just doesn't care at all. In fact, he watched it, I don't know, about 5 years ago. He looked at an episode, and all he had to say was, hey, he said, hey, the show's pretty good. I was like, well, thanks. He sounded kind of surprised when he said it. And then he said, and you look different, Dad. And so then I shit died. But that was it. I was like, thanks. That was 25 years ago, buddy.
And have you ever dressed up for Halloween as Superman?
I've never dressed up as Superman for Halloween, but I'm not saying never. I'm not saying I won't ever. I just haven't to this point.
Hopefully this year it's going to be open.
Well, I would like to see Halloween happen. I'm very excited that something is happening here. A red carpet, an award show, people inside. It's nice to be returning to some sort of normalcy here in Los Angeles. I've been other places around the world where it's been more open, but it's nice to see it here in Los Angeles.
So how did you spend the last year? It was a tough year for everybody.
It wasn't a tough year for me at all. I love to be home, but I've been on almost 100 flights in the last count. Like if you took year to year, like we took from this month, March of last year to now, I've probably flown 100 times. I've been a bunch of different countries, a lot of places in the United States. I've been working and going and doing things. So for me, it hasn't changed that much, other than the work that I'm doing or the things that I'm doing is different. So I've enjoyed the heck out of it. It's sorry to say that, but it's been nice for me. And plus wearing a mask a lot of times, you cruise through the airport, nobody knows who you are.
Maybe you have superheroes skills and you never get infected, right?
It's very possible. I have not gotten infected. I've never been. I've been immunized. I've been vaccinated, so it hasn't been a problem for me. I've lost a couple friends, unfortunately. It's been tough in that sense, but by and large, it hasn't affected my daily life that much.
And how do you see Hollywood and the awards are changed because of the pandemic?
I think everything has changed for the pandemic, but I don't think it's going to stay this way forever. I think there's been some really positive things. We've learned that we can work remotely and there can be less traveling and commuting, which is great. I like, again, a guy who likes to be home, so I enjoy that. But I think that things will get back to normal in a relatively short period of time because I think we're social animals and we need to be around other people.
So, and just go back for the first question because you are the host of this show tonight. I'm not sure we can get in, so please share with us that how will it look like and.
So tonight's just going to be a lot of fun. There's a Lifetime Achievement Award for Ann-Margret, who my dad has always had a crush on, so he's very jealous of me tonight. We're celebrating some shows that I loved growing up. The Brady Bunch and Happy Days are being talked about here tonight. We're celebrating just family-friendly films, and for me, that is all the kinds of things that I do watch. So I couldn't be happier to be in a place like this. It should be a warm, inviting, fun atmosphere, and hopefully we'll make the people at the tables drink all their wine, and they'll be laughing at everything I say.
Fantastic. Sounds like it's going to be a fun evening.
I sure hope so.
So hopefully you will enjoy it too as a host.
Well, I'm going to enjoy it. If they don't enjoy it, I'm going to enjoy it by myself.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I am Daniella Karagach.
And I'm Pasha Pashkov.
And we are Pasha and Daniella.
And how did you meet?
Dancing.
On the show?
No, we actually met 12 years ago. We started dancing together, and the rest was history. It stole my heart.
Fantastic. And it's great. It's inspiring that you're here. Family Film Award means something for you guys because you are together.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
We are a family, and to be a family at a family event is kind of nice.
So did you spend together the whole pandemic?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did, yes.
Did you dance a lot?
Not really. For a while we took a little break and wore our pajamas and watched a lot of different shows.
Netflix and lots of Tiger King, and that came in really handy.
Yeah.
And what is your favorite family movie or family show?
To be honest with you, everything Disney works for me. Everything Disney, I grew up on that, so I can really relate. It always makes me feel very warm. And
Aladdin was really awesome too. We saw that recently.
Yeah.
We saw that Smith is nominated, right? So we're really excited about that. I think they did an incredible job with that.
It's fortunate. I'm very blessed. I'm very lucky. Watch the family film.
Please tell us something about your performance tonight.
So we are dancing tonight to Haley Reinhart's Can't Help Falling in Love. So we're really excited to be performing in front of everyone.
Are you nervous about it? Because it was a while when you danced on the stage or not?
I think excited is the word. Not sure if we're nervous, but definitely excited. Definitely looking forward to it.
It's nice to be around people again, you know, so I think it's more of an excitement feel, yeah.
And who made the choreography?
Us.
Both of you?
Yeah, we always do it in our living room. That's our favorite spot.
We're so excited. We're nominated tonight for Best Television Movie. We have a holiday movie. Christian is the director here of This Is Our Christmas.
Can you tell us about the story a little bit? So what is this?
There's a lot of pies, is what I recall. You know, I come in and buy pies. Really, I was a producer on it, but I have a small part. I don't know what happened to the pies, but they were made.
Yeah, and it's a story of like, you know, miracles and you know, like people helping each other during the holidays, and it's a story that involves a guy around a pie shop. Yeah.
Hope, help, holidays. It's the best. It's fun. It's good Christmas fun.
And are you sharing families or no?
Are we what?
Yeah, you are just colleagues, right?
We are colleagues, yes. He's my boss. Okay, good. He's the director, so he cracks the whip.
On set.
On set. And in life, I'm the producer, so I crack the whip on him.
Behind the scenes, she's...
And then when I'm the actress, I'm the diva. So everyone just does what I want, right? Or I won't show up.
So anyway...
But we're also great friends.
We're
so,
friends,
you know,
yes.
Yeah,
that's what's great about working together. You know each other.
Exactly, that's where I wanted to lead the conversation. That Family Film Award, and anyway, the crew could be a family, right? So are you working together all the time and you feel like a family now?
It is really nice when you work with the same people over and over again because you know each other and then you choose to work with people that you like again. And when you're on a film set, it's kind of like camp or a family because you all get really close really fast and you're working together all day long hours, so you have no choice but, to be together. And sometimes you fight, but mostly you have a good time.
So it is works like as a family.
It's like a family.
It is, it makes my job much easier to work with friends because there's trust and that's very important.
So during the pandemic, did you work together also? So when did this movie came out?
We made this movie right before the
pandemic,
which is great.
I think it was released last year, right?
Yes.
It wasn't the best time to release it, but the movie did pretty well, and we're proud. We got nominated tonight, so hopefully we win. Fingers crossed.
And we were able to make a movie with some of my friends that are here tonight with Pure Flix. They did Finding Love in Quarantine. They're also nominated, and I did a movie with them in Malta called Love on the Rock during quarantine.
Wow.
We went across the world and were able to make a movie, and that's coming out for 2021.
Okay, so if you win this award, what will it mean to you guys?
It's a great accomplishment for all the work we did. It was a small film, so it wasn't easy to produce, but it's getting somewhere, and getting an award like this would be amazing. Already being nominated is a great accomplishment. We're very proud of it.
More people will see it. It'll be the Family Film Award winner on the box cover, so it'll help share the joy.
I'm a presenter tonight.
Yes. I'm sure that you already attend a lot of Family Film Awards.
I think this is my fourth or fifth.
So what do you think? Why is it different this year in 2021?
Well, I haven't seen the show yet, but everything's different this year. I mean, it's the first red carpet really since COVID, so I don't know what it's going to be like inside, but I know we have lots of instructions about going on the stage, taking off your mask, putting it up, so it'll be different, but it'll be great.
How did you spend the pandemic?
I ended up working a lot. I do voiceover, so I did voiceover for a Stephen King series called The Stand, and a bunch of stuff like that. Plus I live at the beach, so I spent time on the beach with my family.
So you mentioned family. Did you get closer to your family this year?
I've always been close with my family, always. But it's nice. We've done things like more board game nights and things like that, and it's great having everybody at home. So I mean, there are advantages to being quarantined and stuck at home. But I've always been close with my family.
And what family means for you? You have married?
I have 6 children and 4 grandchildren. So family means everything to me. Absolutely.
It sounds like you had to quarantine yourself because you were in such a big company.
Yeah, so I had a large COVID pod because I have a big family. So I mean, we were careful. I've now gotten my vaccine, so I feel safe. We made it through.
So what is your future plan? What is for this
year? As things open up, I'm going to be working more. I mean, I've gotten calls to do some things. I've done 3 game shows in the last month probably, but I'm just letting the world open up, and I'm looking forward to traveling. I'm going to Fiji in October. So.
Do you have any favorite nominated movie?
Tonight, oh my gosh! I know some of the winners, but I love Ann-Margret. I grew up thinking she was just the most beautiful woman in the world. So, and she lived or had a house on my street in Malibu. So I'm excited to see her. But my favorite TV show is the Brady Bunch, and I'm friends with all the Bradys. So it'll be good to see them win something.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm Rebecca Holden, singer, actress. A lot of people remember the television show Knight Rider because it's still in syndication around the world. I just finished a movie called Canaan Land, which is a faith-based film. I play Sister Sarah, who is an evangelist and a gospel singer with a pure heart and a very sincere faith, as opposed to her nemesis, Brother Billy, who is one of those con men type televangelists who fake miracles for money. So it's the power of redemption is its message. Yeah.
Sounds
like you didn't get bored during the pandemic.
Yes, we actually were. We had some relatively small scenes and were able to work around those logistics and managed to get it finished, yes, and it just finished in post. We have another one in development right now, a faith-based film with Kevin Sorbo starring with me, so we're very excited about that one as well.
And what brought you here tonight? What brought you here tonight?
Oh, these are all my friends. I'm supporting all my friends. Yes, I've sung at this award show before, so it's nice to be back tonight and have a reunion with so many friends that I've missed for a while. Yeah.
Who's your favorite nominated actress or actor tonight? Do you have highlight somebody?
Kathy Garver and I are going to be at an event actually next month that is in Virginia, held every year, and it also supports family values type of films, love of God, love of country. Yeah. I've been doing so many online events recently, so it's nice to be here live tonight. We've done a lot of online events for different charities and so on. I just recorded a song for a telethon for COVID relief by an organization called All Together Now, and there's some of the most fantastic, talented, brilliant musicians in town. They're studio players as well as touring with some of the top rock acts. So it was a wonderful collaborative effort, and to do something for a worthy cause.
Everybody loves Back to the Future. Let's leave it alone. That's why we're not doing a Back to the Future Part 4. You know, we got it right. Let's just stop and let everybody enjoy what we did.
But it really looked like you've seen something from the past to the future. So what is your image now for future now?
Oh, one thing we've learned is that nobody can ever accurately predict the future. And the proof of that is COVID, right? Nobody predicted that. So anybody that says that they're a psychic and they can see into the future, no, they're not. None of them predicted that, right?
Yeah, that's very true. So tonight we are here on the Family Film Award. Tonight we are here on the Family Film Award. So what family and this award means for you?
Well, Back to the Future is a movie about family, and families have been enjoying it ever since it came out in 1985. And what's exciting to me is that children who saw the movie in 1985 or in the 90s, when they watched it on VHS tape or whatever they did, now they're parents and they have kids and they're showing the movie to their kids. And their kids are getting excited about it. And, let's hope that that's a cycle that'll keep continuing, because the movie plays for every generation. And, it's exciting to me, because when we made the movie, I would have never believed that here we are 36 years later, and people are still not only talking about it, but giving awards over it.
Do you have a daughter or son?
Yes, I have a daughter. She's 33 years old, lives in New York City, and she is as big a Back to the Future fan as anybody.
I'm going to be singing a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood theme song, and I will also be presenting an award. I'm presenting Best Screenplay.
I'm just so happy.
Yes, but I can't spoil anything. But I don't know the winner. I just know who's nominated tonight. So I'm very excited to find out. Since I was 3 years old, that's when I wrote my first song. My whole family is very musically inclined. So my dad has been bringing me to performances since I was young. My first performance was at the House of Blues when I was 5 years old. So that's like a big one to start off on, but I'm very, very excited for tonight.
I'm incredibly honored to be a part of this night, especially because they're honoring Ann-Margret. She's one of my biggest idols. I've looked up to her my whole life, even as a child, and me and my mom would watch scenes of her dancing and singing and performing, and she's just a triple threat, and that's something that I've always wanted to aspire to be myself, and I feel like the fact that we're here together tonight is for a reason, and it's magical.
Did you already met her tonight?
I haven't. I just arrived and I ran over here, so I'm hoping that I get to do that in person.
So So you mentioned that she has like 3 wonderful skills. What is your favorite from all of this?
I mean, I love her energy when she's dancing. She captures the room. I get goosebumps even thinking about it. And beyond the skills like that, she just possesses this persona and this quality that is so joyous, and it's contagious. You know, those kind of personalities. And so I think that just her entire being, she just holds so much, I don't know, just a presence to her and a happiness that shines through like no other.
So how did you spend this period between the premiere?
Yeah, what did we do? What did we do since the Beckman premiere? Do you remember? Let's see. We went outside. We ate breakfast, and then we went for a walk. All in masks, of course.
It sounds like you spent a lot of time with your lovely family.
Yes, I did. We did. She learned how to ride a bike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
oh, really?
That was a big deal, right? And it's interesting. It's an exciting time because as things are finally starting to, reopen, and we're here, and things are relaxing a bit, we couldn't be more enthusiastic. And it happened. The biggest thing was there's our director of photography. They got to go back to school. So, big deal for us. Yeah, masked, but they still went back to school.
And just because you have such a lovely family, probably the Family Film Award means a lot for you.
It does. It's very sweet. I mean, when we started this little movie, we had a 4-man crew. We had our director, our director of photography, and 2 other folks, and Ocean and I started this movie, and then from there it moved into a whole other thing. And so we're just grateful that if you just start something, anything can happen.
And the title is Love in Pandemic?
Finding Love in Quarantine.
Currently, almost.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so who came out with the idea? It was your idea? Who came out with the idea?
Matt Shapira, that guy, myself, and Tommy Blaze were the writers on it. And then and it just started with me and Ocean because we were able to shoot us. And then from there it expanded out with Eva LaRue, Tom Arnold, Stacey Dash, and a whole host of other folks.
All right. So cross our fingers for you tonight.
Thank you.
And hopefully the girls will have a wonderful evening too.
Yes, they're looking forward to dinner.
I'm sure. What would be your favorite? What are you looking forward? The dessert?
What are we looking forward to tonight? Ice cream?
Ice cream.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Family means a lot, and so a family award show means even more. I actually was a presenter at the Family Film Awards about 20 years ago, and then I was here 2 years ago, and I was a presenter again. So I'm glad to see them back and being taped so that everybody can salute and celebrate the family. I think during COVID especially, we realized how grateful, I know I'm grateful for my family, for my husband of 40 years in May, and my 30-year-old son who lives in the basement with his girlfriend of 5 years. And, it brought us closer. And I think those experiences and those being told in story form on platforms and TV is very important. And then again, to herald and to celebrate all the wonderful talents that have been exhibited in a family-oriented type of media.
And what is your favorite family movie?
My favorite family television show is, of course, Family Affair. And my favorite, one of my favorite movies that now council culture, for I don't know what reason, is trying to take off, was Swiss Family Robinson. I love that movie, and it was so good, and it was was adventurous. And at Disneyland, they had a whole exhibit of the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse. So that getting together the family and working together like they did in Swiss Family Robinson should hardly be canceled as far as I'm concerned.